Our other top story now at 5, powerful messages in downtown tonight. Victims of dog attacks in San Antonio are speaking out. Today, they stood side by side with Councilwoman Marina Alderete Gavito. Ken's 5's Rania Kaur explains their mission to crack down on irresponsible dog owners.
Yeah, this happened. We got to make the best of it.
It was an early morning dog attack in August, which led to Max de los Santos losing both of his legs.
The day that this happened to me, that calls were made that the dogs were running around loose. So this could have happened to my grandkids.
On Wednesday with his...
That's why all dogs need to be banned and eliminated and removed from our societies, communities, neighborhoods, and our homes in order for a safer community.
His spirits high, he was at Councilwoman Marina Alderete Gavito's side when she announced her plan for stricter policies.
The majority of dog-related issues can be traced back to irresponsible dog owners.
The councilwoman is...
Again, she says it can trace back to irresponsible dog owners, but this issue can be traced back to over 20, 30, 50 years. These dogs attacks are nothing new. They've been happening since the beginning of time. But these dog nut politicians, again, they use these dog nut owners as a scapegoat.
Is pushing for ACS to spay and neuter all loose dogs before they're returned to their owner. She also wants fines increased to $500 and $750 for owners whose dogs get loose a second and third time, respectively.
When irresponsible owners do not keep their dogs contained, attacks occur.
Gavito.
She also mentions contained. I've said this before. I'm going to say it again, and I've shown videos of dogs jumping over these 20-foot fences, going through them, going under them, breaking out of leashes and attacking. Even when they're on a leash, they're attacking. Inside the home, they're attacking. They escape through the second floor. And what more can be done? I guess fining them is going to work. How is finding these dog owners going to prevent dogs from jumping over 20-foot fences or jumping through them or jumping under them, or let alone just attacking? How is finding someone going to prevent dogs from attacking?
Gavito is also proposing for those reporting dangerous dogs to be kept anonymous.
Your safety is my priority, and no one should be...
What was that?
Their dogs contained. Attacks occur.
Gavito is also proposing for those reporting dangerous dogs to be kept anonymous.
Your safety is my priority, and no one should be in fear when doing the right thing.
The right thing is speaking up against these worthless mutts, just like I'm doing and others have been doing. If you really want safety, if you truly want safety, it is to eliminate, ban, and remove these dogs from our society, from our communities. They talk about safety, but yet they want dogs to stay in our communities. How can you be safe with them lurking around everywhere? You don't have to be on their property to be attacked. You don't have to be in school for them to attack you. Like, nowhere is safe as long as they're in the community. No one is safe.
Raymond Nahara, whose father was killed in a dog attack last year, was pushing for similar policy changes at the state level before it was vetoed by the governor.
I feel like there's some...
And that's the problem. A lot of these dog nuts or whoever that are against pit bulls or whatever, they are seeking the wrong thing. What they're seeking is, more penalties, more laws. And and for the most part, you guess you can say there has been more laws, more fines, more penalties for these worthless mutts and these dog owners, but yet the problem still ceases. Yet the problem still remains, and that problem is these dogs. As long as these dogs stay in our community, these attacks can happen again and again and again. So asking for better, more stricter policies is redundant. It's dumb. It's not wise.
Still some traction. There's people and that still do want changes, and because if experiences, I'm sure of their own, you know, you don't know until it happens to you.
For the De Los Santoses, it's a step in the right direction.
It will never be.
It is not the step in the right direction. It is not the step in the right direction. All these people, even the victims of famine, all they're seeking is more policies. Are you dumb? Didn't you not just lose a family member, a friend, a child? And all you want is more policies, more laws? How is that going to prevent dogs from behaving like dogs? It can't. The ones that should be highly speaking up against these dogs should be the victims and the families themselves. But yet all they are seeking is more laws. You're the ones that actually seen the dogs killing someone. You're the ones that seen your family member, your friend laying on the ground with blood, dead, dying, injured, with limbs taken off. And you are just wanting politicians, dognut politicians, to enforce or create more policies, more fines for these dogs and dognuts. It doesn't work. It's not going to prevent dog attacks as long as dogs stay in the community. How hard is it to know that? You lost a family member. How hard is it to know that? You think these dogs know about these policies, which are why they're not going to attack? No, that's not the case.
Be enough. However, it brings awareness to the people that do care.
This proposal now heads to Governance Committee, who will decide if it gets put in front of City Council. We'll continue to keep you updated on this proposal in downtown. I'm Rania Kaur, KENS 5.
That was just 6 days ago. So this video came out 6 days ago in San Antonio. Them talking about proposals of more policies, laws, and all that stuff. But last year, they've been
looking ahead to San Antonio City Council today.
basically talking about the same thing last year. Fast forwarding a year later. And we're still in the same state where the victims, the dognut politicians think laws, more laws and policies are what is needed to prevent dog attacks. They actually think blaming the owner is what's needed to prevent dog attacks. They've been blaming the owner for many, many years now. But yet, dogs still remain the same. Even, again, Cesar Millan's dog attacked and killed the dog. Cesar Millan's dog also attacked someone. So you're telling me Even with all his training, all his experience, his dog still attacked, but it's the owner's fault?
Today, they will be tackling some big issues, especially in the wake of the deadly dog attack. Mayor Ron Nirenberg says today during City Council, they will be hearing the comprehensive plan from Animal Care Services. He says they want to address future issues so the city can resource the right things. Now, we'll be at City Council today and bring you the latest in our later newscast and on our website at ksat.com. Keep up to date with.
It's been 1 year. And they're still talking about the same things. While more people are getting killed by dogs. And the only solution that they can come up with is more laws, more penalties. But it's been 1 year and they're still talking about the same issue while more people in San Antonio and all over the US and elsewhere are still getting attacked. They're blaming the owner. They're blaming the owner over and over and over and over. Why is another species responsible for how another species behaves or thinks or operates or functions? Why is this dog nut owner responsible for the way this thing is, the way the dog is? Another excuse that dogs nuts use is that's what dogs do. Why don't they use that excuse for when dogs attack? But instead, they always want to blame the owner. And I think that, again, that's another problem to why dog culture continues to be what it is today.
New at 5, San Antonio police say Destiny Cardona was real vocal when she threatened a witness of a deadly dog attack, but didn't say a word about a child in her care being severely abused until officers started asking questions. Cardona is now charged with injury to a child causing serious bodily injury by omission. According to SAPD, last week, hospital staff called police after the child was brought in. Examinations revealed multiple injuries, recent and old. We're told the child suffered a broken arm, bruises all over his body, and possible second-degree burns on his forearms, back, and legs. Police say Cardona pointed the finger at her boyfriend, Michael Aguilar, saying he had been taking the child into the bathroom, and she admits hearing him beating the boy.
Again, I'm not excusing any behaviors whatsoever. But are they excusing a deadly dog attack? Are they just okay, I should rephrase that. Are they ignoring the deadly dog attack? Are they just pushing it away? Again, I'm not trying to excuse the other situation that occurred. But it just seems like they're ignoring the dog attack to just primarily focus on the other thing. But that's what dog culture does. They find ways to justify dog attacks. They find excuses for why the dog attacked. They find things that are totally irrelevant to ignore and justify dog attacks. This is what they do. And just like in San Antonio and these couple videos, despite being a year, pretty much exactly a year, they're still talking about irresponsible owners, and they're still talking about laws, implementing more laws and penalties, etc., etc. While they excuse the fact that dogs are dangerous. Dogs are the problem. And to rely on another species to be responsible for another species, it's not wise. It's not wise. You know that these things are capable of killing people, but you allow them to be owned by anyone, period. And when they do attack, you blame the owner again and again and again and again and again and again and again. It's like we're in a time loop. Just repeat the same things over and over and over, where no solutions, no action is being done. None of the proper solutions. Putting up signs of beware of dog and higher penalties isn't a solution, because dog attacks continue to happen every day around the world. Then you might say, oh, you're being redundant. You say the same things over and over again. Yes, I do. I admit I do. And I'm saying the same things over and over again because these dog nuts are saying the same things over and again. I'm seeing the same results over and over again. Over and over and over and over and over again. I can't just make up things like you dog nuts do. I gotta keep saying what needs to be said. Even if I said it 10 minutes ago, a day ago, I gotta keep saying it. So wake up. If it's possible, these dog nuts. Because these dog nuts, they hear the same things over and over again about these dogs. That's all they have ever heard in their entire lives, is that dogs are man's best friend. Blame the owner. All this lies and excuses crap. That's all they hear every day. On the TV, in the movies. That's what they see and hear, and they think that's the truth. But the fact remains, the truth is this. Dogs are worthless. They're dangerous. This dog industry is a big lie. It's a big con. And they're only using dogs and this dog culture in order to make bank. The dog industry is over $1 million or $1 trillion industry. So this so-called dog industry isn't because they think dogs are the best and friendly. No. End of the day, it's all about the money. All about the money. And they're willing, the dog industry is willing to have babies and children killed to make $1 trillion more off of the gullible, naive, dim-witted dog nutters. I am Gord the Dog Butcher, another worthless mutts. And remember, it's okay to hate dogs.